Thank you so much for listening to the KJNA podcast. You can email us at kjnapodcast@gmail.com.
Give us a call or text or leave us a message at 858-848-KJNA. That's 5562.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Blue Sky, and YouTube at KJNA Podcast.
Don't forget, we have 6 hours of bonus content over on our Patreon, patreon.com/KJNA Podcast. And if you want to donate to us, find us at buymeacoffee.com/KJNA Podcast.
Thank you so much for listening.
Love you.
Welcome to this episode of the KJ Arcade. My name is Kevin, and I'm the K.
Hey, what's up? My name's Jay.
And this week, yet again, it's my turn. And so I get to talk about a game that I greatly enjoyed. I don't think it's meant not mostly, but it's meant primarily for multiplayer, but I played it by myself, and I still had an amazing time. And it is called The Forest. Have you played that one?
No, I think I've been in the forest.
In the forest? Okay. Well, basically, this game is one of those it's a survival game. You start out on a crashed plane, and you wake up, and like everyone is dead around you, and your son was on the plane. And your son's not there either, so you're like, where the fuck is my kid? So you get out the plane, and you realize, oh shit, I'm gonna have to, be here a while. And in this game, you're like, you chop down trees, but the cool thing about it is, like, in other games, like, I mean, it's not Minecraft. Minecraft, you chop the tree and everything stays above it, whatever. But in this game, you chop down the tree, and the tree falls over, and then, like, however tall the tree was, it goes, and it turns into logs that size, and then you have to take the logs. You can take them like 2 at a time, or you can build a cart out of sticks and rocks and take the cart and drag it so you can build stuff. Because in this game, you can build you can build basically anything you want. Like, you can do specific walls, roofs. You can do 2 stories. You can build whatever the fuck you want, as long as you can find the materials. But after probably even the first night, you're like, okay, you learn how to build a campfire. You learn how to build a little shelter. You're like, okay, I should be okay. And then you're killing birds or whatever to try and get meat, and killing rabbits or whatever so you can cook it and eat it, or you're finding berries. And then, like, you start hearing, like, chittering out in the forest because it's a survival game. And so you start seeing, and I remember the first time I played it, the first night I was out in that game, and I would hear the chittering and look over, and you see this person, like, pretty much completely naked, like, on the edge of your firelight, like, what are you doing? What's that? And you're like, the fuck? Like, getting scared out of your fucking mind, and they will, like, run up, and they'll just, and, like, slap you, and go ape shit, and they're fucking cannibals. Like, they will fucking murder you, and, like, you're chopping down trees to make your base, but the more trees you chop down, the more monsters spawn there, because they don't spawn there because they always spawn from far away and then come trying to find you. But if you chop down more trees, then they send people there, like, hey, what's going on? And you have, like, swarms of bad guys, and you make, like, you cook your meat, and you can hold it in your pack. You can create maces out of, like, skulls. You can create tree houses where you can just live up in the tree house and away from people. But then, like, when you're waking up and you look down and the monsters are standing there, like,
oh no,
we coming. Oh yeah. And then there's amalgams of creatures that are, like, they have, like, multiple heads and arms, and, like, they don't really have feet, but they have, like, pointy toes, and they start appearing the longer you're playing the game. And you also have to think about, like, how hot you are, like, your temperature. Like, if you get too cold, you have to make things to stay warm.
Oh, God, so on top of having to deal with unknown monsters, you also have to deal with basic hunger, your basic normal human necessities as a people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it's dark half the time, obviously, and that's when it's scary as fuck. And you can carry around torches and shit so you can see. And like, but the whole time you're trying to discover like what happened to your kid, like where's your son, and you find like remnants of pieces of the plane everywhere. Um, and so, and you find like a lot of the things you get, like you can get batteries and stuff, but you find them in suitcases throughout.
Okay.
Like they're just random suitcases from the plane. You walk into them just like, and you pop them open and like, and there's shit in there like batteries and whatever. And then like you find caves in the game, and you're like, what the fuck are these caves? You go down there and they're like doing rituals, and like you're. I mean, it's not like they're like summoning demons, but they got some weird shit going on, and you realize they're like, because your first task is find the other passengers, and you have a passenger list. And so when you go down into these caves, you find them like dead, hanging upside down, like from the ceiling. And you're like, what the fuck are they doing with these people? Because they weren't, like, they were somewhat eaten, but also they're just hanging from the roof or tortured in some way. Like, all this shit. It's crazy, but it's really fun with like multiple people.
It's kind of stuff. They're doing rituals to create creatures better.
You know, I don't think they really explain where they. Well, maybe they sort of explain it. Maybe towards the end, because I'm not going to give away the ending on this one, because it's. I mean, I have it on my Steam, so you can try it. It is super duper fun. I played that game to finality, which I don't do very often, but I beat that game. And at the very end, they give you a choice. That luckily they give you time to think on it. It's not like a sudden split decision, but they give you a choice. And I sat there for like 10 minutes. Like, what do I do? What the fuck do I do? Like, because it's a huge moral decision. And then afterwards you can continue playing, but honestly I don't know why you'd want to, unless you want to just build a giant fuck base. Because that can be fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, once I beat a game, I'm like, sweet, don't need to touch it ever again. I'm done.
I don't know. When I'm given the option of like, oh, there's like 2 or 3 endings you could get, I'm like, yes. I will play. I will play again just to get the other endings. Why not?
I don't do like there wasn't multiple endings. Well, maybe there was 2. I guess I don't know, but I didn't. But once I had my ending, I'm like, I don't want to see what the other ending is, because I'm not a terrible person. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But it's really good. It's so fun, so fun. Building arrows. I'm trying to look up some details on it because it's a lot of stealth, discovery. They got like different monsters and shit in it. Playing with your friends is really fun because you can also build walls. And so you can like build your whole huge ass base, keep anybody out. You know, I mean, the walls can eventually be destroyed, but you know, because once you start building up a really big base, that's when the monsters really start attacking, because they're like, oh, this is where they are. Let me go and fuck their shit up. Don't mind me. Pop, 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 pop.
So, stay in a shack and they may leave you alone.
Not likely.
Treehouse it is.
And it's what's funny is you can make you use bones for a lot of stuff, and so when you kill bad guys, you can take their bodies and throw them in the fire, and then they catch fire, and then they make it to a pile of bones, and you're like, I got bones now. I can use these bones for chairs or for chandeliers in my house.
Well, at least they're not like, hey, you should eat that meat. No, thank you.
No, the meat just disappears, thankfully.
Good. Good.
Thankfully, yeah.
No one wants mutant monsters meat.
No, because
It's usually
because they have little villages in the place, and when you see what their village is about, you're like, you know what?
Huh.
Not a fan. Not really a fan. Mm-mm. But the game was really well done. I played once or twice with a couple friends, but it was never like we beat the game. But by myself, I made like my super huge epic base.
Yeah.
By the water, because you can run in the water and the monsters usually won't go into the water. So if I make it right by the beach, I'll be like, "Fuck you!" And you hide in the water, and you're like, "What now, motherfucker?" And they stand on the edge like, "Hey,
Get back out there.
when you walk back in here, I'm gonna mess you up." No, that's why you have bows and arrows. You're like, no, no. That's how you do it. Snipe them. You snipe them every time. You get that archery up all the way, just like Skyrim. Get that archery up all the way. Because that sniper shot, when you're sneaking, you hit them right in the head like, and they just immediately fall over. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, really, that's the Forest. It's survival horror. I jump scared many times in that game. Many times where I was like, "Oh fuck," because it's a lot of darkness, and when they start making their little noises in the darkness, and you can't see them, you're like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!" Just run as fast as hell. No, it's so fun though. So good, so good. Hey, terrible! It's delightful. It's delightful. It's delightful. Play the Forest. They have a second one out. That I have not played yet. I think it's called like Brothers of the Forest. I think is what it's called. But it's really good. I haven't played the second one. It looks like they just added more options to it, and they knew that people used tree houses in the first one to get away from the monsters, and so they made it so you couldn't do tree houses in the second one. These motherfuckers. Because because when you were the first one, you could make a tree house and you could literally make bridges to any other tree nearby and make another little. So you can make your whole fucking like the whole all you want in the air, and you don't have to worry about bad guys at all because they don't have long distance weapons. So you could just be like.
But yeah.
So that's Forest. That's all I gotta say. Jay, would you like to say anything? Have any questions?
So, villages, aircraft, looking for your son, looking for the passengers, even though a lot of passengers are probably dead as fuck. A lot of crafting. And terrible rituals and cannibals.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mixture of Lost, Yellow Jackets, and Supernatural.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe it's got supernatural stuff, or maybe it's science.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a dream.
Yeah. Could just really be tripping balls.
Tripping balls. That's right. That's the Forest. That's the title. The tagline underneath. The Forest. Tripping balls.
Tripping balls.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening. That's the Forest. See?